everything. We're fine. No one was saying anything. Next few times we went, I guess the next season, I saw more and more Black folks. I'm like, what? Hey, and they had the camera, people had the jumbo trying to dance and do what they gotta do. And, I saw a lot more of us. I was like, what? Something is turning, something is turning. And it's just being that first one or first two going. I recommend going with somebody you love, go with a little crew if you can. Picking a great market like the Capitals, in Washington, D.C. The Seattle Kraken, those organizations are working towards being more inclusive. The Penguins, some of my faves, because they really are there. Like, okay, he's going to do Toronto. So finding teams like that, because the front office is giving out a certain message, and the team is, and so, it can be a safer place for you, a safe place for you, and be okay, But I see what you're saying. It'd be hesitancy because you hear the ugly stories, you hear how the crowds can get, crazy, and like the default is racism, right? So that's they just start going off. It's like, I've never seen that. The most uncomfortable situation I've had at the Providence Bruins was the AHL team, and this one white lady was just looking at me like, "Why are you here?" I'm like, "Girl, if you don't, just turn around." And she went about her business, but for the most part, really nothing. People have been very friendly, and just cheering along. And so I kind of observe whenever I go to these games and see what's happening. We went to a game with the Rangers for a meetup there. The Rangers playing against the Dallas Stars, ratchet. People, I was like, why are you all mad? I mean, one thing I like about hockey is that the retribution is swift. Like, if someone does something out of pocket, something wrong, you're going to pay for that. In the next minute, you're going to get paid for that one. And so no one really gets away with too much of anything. But it's, but we were there, and they had the ice hockey in Harlem kids were there at the game. And they were so joyful. They play hockey. They were so joyful, having a great time. Just to see them up there, just enjoying themselves and cheering everybody on. And this big family. There's maybe about 30 of them. It was great. Mm-hmm. And I'd love to see it. So it's the tide is definitely turning. So I definitely would say go to one of our meetups with us. You have a great time. I know you will. That's right. Mean Girl Hockey. The Hockey Hall of Fame is on my bucket list. Yes.
Hockey Hall of Fame.
Well, Willie O'Ree just got inducted. Not just, but he was inducted to that. I think a couple of years ago.